All right, here we go. Got some real talk ahead. So, I'm in Australia right now, in Brisbane. I was living on the Sunshine Coast about an hour north of here for the last couple years, and the lease on my house was ending, and I needed to leave. And it's the housing situation here in Australia is dire, to say the least. There's a lot of people here looking for houses, and not enough houses, obviously. So it's an ultra competitive market, especially in southeast Queensland, where I am now. And Sunshine Coast is one of the most sought after places to live in Australia. So I was going to housing inspections, and there would be a dozen people. The real estate agents would cancel appointments just like that. So anyways, I was just like, wow, this is cooked. Like, this can't be what's out there for me. I came to Brisbane, and the housing and the options here were a lot better. So got really fortunate and have this awesome little place in the north of Brisbane now. So I'm in Brisbane now, and yeah, that's sort of the situation here in Australia. With the housing is really competitive, and I can see that lots of people are looking for rooms and always contacting me for rooms, and seeing families and young people looking for rooms. So I can tell the situation here regarding the housing is quite dire, quite difficult. So, and and I don't know what it's like in the States or in Europe, but I hear it's quite similar, quite competitive to get housing. The vetting process here in Australia is wild. I have to provide so many documents of income proof, letters of reference. You're literally applying for a job when you apply for housing here. It's super strict. So yeah, I don't know what it's like in the States or Europe, because I've never been through that process, but here in Australia, really a wild, it's like applying for a job to get a house here. On that topic of work here in Australia, it's the market here is, at least in my experience, it seems like all the good jobs are same thing. It's a very competitive market for the good work, whether it's in the trades or whatever service sector. But it seems ultra competitive. And yeah, I just know a lot of people who are really struggling to find employment. You have to be really qualified and really, really good at what you do to get these jobs that will allow you to not just survive, but to save and to have a future or anything. Because otherwise, if you're just living on the minimum wage here, you're just getting by. So yeah, I think it's kind of like that all over the place right now, and I really feel that for many of us who don't have access to those amazing jobs, that self-employment is the only way forward. I mean, with this AI and everything that's happening in the world, all the uncertainty, we just can't rely on the government. We can't rely on a job for security, and we really need to look at our lives more closely, understand what direction do we want to go. So at least I encourage you, and the steps I'm taking. I've been self-employed for 4 or 5 years now in a foreign country, in Australia. It's really hard, but to me it's a matter of survival. I didn't have a choice, and I think I see things getting worse here. I see more people, I see more competition. It's just getting harder and harder. And yeah, so I encourage you to go and become self-employed, and to rely on your community, to rely on your neighbors, to to reach out to the people around you and not just be digital all the time, but to actually make real connections. Because when the shit hits the fan, here in Australia, we have lots of natural disasters. We have fires, we have floods. In my neighborhood, there's lots of flooding. And when the power goes down, which it will, what are you going to do? What are you going to do when there's no internet? So I really encourage you, all of us, to find an alternative way of living and to connect with people. So yeah, become self-employed and establish community, recreate community in person, because that's ultimately what's going to save you when shit gets real. And the way things are going, there's going to be a lot of that going on. So let's just get ready. Hey.